Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Comic Book Talks. I'm Chris Adams, Second Master, joined by.
This is Buff Larkin, and it should not be called Tightwad Tekken, really, because you're so cheap with everything. You've seen 2 movies this year, and that's it. 2 movies this year, and that's it. There's about 300,000 movies come out, and that's the only 2. And you saw 2.
Well, 2 movies in theaters.
And you didn't even see Justice League.
Whatever. Not
Is that
interested. I haven't seen any DC live action crap, so whatever.
Okay, so this year we had the good and the bad of DC, really, apparently. So, first of all, let's go back to Justice League. Justice League, you did not want to go see it because you heard the reviews or just because you didn't care?
I didn't care.
Now, why?
I haven't seen any of them, so I don't know what's going on as far as, like...
Who cares? I haven't either.
Whoa. You can't just say who cares.
I saw the Batman movie. All right, seen Batman. I saw Suicide Squad, and then
there was a Batman movie?
There's the original trilogy of The Dark Knight. Yes. So we were talking about DC Batman.
That doesn't tie into the current universe.
About Batman versus Superman.
That has Batman and Superman, and you know I don't like Superman, so yeah.
Is it because he wears a mustache?
No.
Okay, did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
That was funny.
Yeah, exactly. It cost him how many million to take that off instead of just say, hey, here, shave it, and then give him a weekend to grow it back. Yeah,
just
good for it.
Prosthetics or something.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes. Just think of it. You know what? Of the worst jobs in the world, and it could be a whole bunch. Being a guy who takes or the female. I'm not a sexist person. A guy or girl to have to go and take off that mustache slowly but surely, clean that right off the face. Painstakingly take that right off. There you go. So. Here's a little story you didn't know. It's about wrestling. You know Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
So when Hulk Hogan was going through his phase in the 80s, they're trying to. Oh, I gotta turn this off. There you go. He was starting to go bald, right? So therefore, they're doing lots of different camera angles during his matches so that nobody would be able to see his bald spot. And there was at a time. They were trying to do the same thing, but the reverse of what they're doing with Harry, or Superman. Sorry, gotta make sure because you have no 2 shits about who Superman really is. But they're trying to get to think of a way to actually add hair onto his head. But way before Photoshop, way before this, they're actually thinking about adding more hair to Hulk Hogan during his matches by way of computer. And then they realized how much that would cost, and that's when they went with the different camera angles. They cost how much? Forget that. Just shoot them at different camera angles. And that's how that story was. And that's all I got today, so goodbye. Nice talking to you. So anyways, before we get into talking about... okay, so basically you skipped on Justice League because... you know something? I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't a bad movie.
I think Wonder Woman was last year, too. I didn't see it. I almost wanted to see it, but then I was like...
And that was the next one I was going to tell. That was the good, apparently, because that was really, really... you know something? I'm going to be honest with you. I never saw it either. No. I didn't say I saw it at 300,000 movies.
I was all trying to get me to go see it.
But I heard a lot of good reviews over it.
I did, too. I was like...
This is... Okay. Singles 101, all right? From your friend, the married guy, all right? All right. There's a strong female movie coming out, all right? And usually those ones, it's like, no, blah, blah, you don't want to go see it. But this one actually appeals. The men could take the female to the movie as a date, and then you get strong woman, and then she gets all excited because, he's taking me to see this lovely movie about strong women, and you would win 1,000 points for that. And maybe get tied up. You never know. And here you are, and not wanting to go see it, and this is what you get. So next time there's this Wonder Woman 2 coming out, and I bet you there will be, make sure you take a lovely female companion out, and hopefully you get the golden lasso of truth.
I don't have a very...
not the golden shower of truth. That's completely different. But apparently, your president likes it. So there you go. See how I tie it all in there?
Yep.
Absolutely. Excellent. So anyway, so what did you do for Christmas?
I was over at my grandparents' house, and my family was there, and we had Christmas.
Now this is in Texas, is it not?
No, it was here in Wichita.
Oh, okay. Who lives in Texas?
My mom and my sister now.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, that's
Well, I
fine.
have a
I
bunch
knew
of,
there's.
I have a bunch of cousins on my grandpa's side too.
Is it true, Tekken, that a couple weeks back there's a knock on your door, and you didn't answer it, and then next thing you know, somebody in Wichita got shot because of that squatting incident. So you were actually the first
No,
address.
had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but it did happen in Wichita, did it
Yeah,
not?
yeah, I did.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about that?
Spotting is terrible, and they caught the person, so they're going to jail. So good over that.
And how old is the guy who did that?
He was like 20 something, I think.
25 years old. What the hell is a 25-year-old guy doing stupid pranks like that?
Maybe there's something like wrong with them, like they're mentally unstable, or they just have like really, I don't know, they're just like a really bad person.
Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, I mean, we never did, that never happened in SOCOM, did it?
No, it didn't.
No. So you know something? That's Call of Duty. A lot. It's all Call of Duty's fault. Now, I'm not saying when we played SOCOM, it was innocent, because I think we can both sit here and say a lot of not so innocent stuff happened in Abandoned. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that SOCOM didn't breed the monsters. That's all I'm saying.
SOCOM didn't breed the monsters.
In fact, I want, if you could please post that quote on your Facebook today. Facebook, SOCOM did not breed the monsters. Then I'll be a very happy person. There you go. Are you still on Gap Face 3 or whatever it is?
Yeah.
All right, post it on there, because you never post anything on there. So just post that on there. So okay, so you went to your grandpa's and your grandma's and your grandparents on Christmas. Okay, so what did you get?
I got The Fate of the Eight on Blu-ray. I got another Blu-ray of some anime called, I can't remember the name. That's the one where like the guy and the girl are like know each other from a dream, but they can't place it. And I got a bunch of clothes. And I got
Okay, so I gotta stop you there. All right, so who got you the anime?
my mom.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, and so she came up from Texas to spend Christmas with you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So, and somehow she just saw this at like, say, Walmart, and said, "Oh, this is good enough for Techie, for little Techie," and put it in a bag.
She heard it was good, and then she got it for me.
Oh, your mother's fantastic. That's That's excellent. Now, the next, did you ask her these questions? Well, where did you hear it from?
She told me.
Oh, very good. Excellent. All right. As long as it's not that other kind of anime that all of a sudden she sends to you, and it's like, I heard this was pretty good, and it's like something different about a guy and a girl in dreams. Stay out of that. It's not good. Well, it is good if you think of it like that, but it shouldn't be good. So don't do it, Tekken. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, okay. So that was Christmas, and what'd you get your grandparents?
I got them 2 documentaries.
Hey, may I ask what the documentaries are?
They were about President
history of-
Obama's
the history
presidency.
And the history of hentai.
Nope.
No, that's good. And what was the other one?
That's what they're both about. They're both
Oh,
about
okay.
Obama presidency.
I thought maybe one was about gorillas, the gorilla channels.
Because
The
one
best
was,
of the
one was
the
about
best of the gorilla channel.
one was
Donald
about,
Trump. Donald Trump. You shut up. I'm talking. Donald Trump approved Gorilla Channel viewing. That the best of the Gorilla Channel.
That was a fake tweet.
I know. It's fun to say that though. I want to see the monkeys fight more. I want to see them fight more. Why are these monkeys doing anything? All right, go ahead.
Okay.
And so 2 documentaries on Barack Obama. Very good. And what'd you get your mom?
My mom, I got, well, all the ladies or women, I got a
Very
stocking
good.
stuffer of a Resist magazine, and then I
Resist
got,
magazine. What's that?
it's just like
President Trump. Resist.
it's just a magazine full of like political activist cartoons. Um, and then let's see, my mom, I got a mug that has like 3 lines on it, and then one says like "not now," and then the next one is like "go away," and then the third one is like "how may I help you?" and it's like transparent where you can see
Oh,
through it, so it's
oh, very
like a
nice.
level. Like the more you drink, the more it's like, okay, what do you want now?
Very nice.
And
Very
then
nice.
and then I got
I like
her
that one.
the storm of her when she had her solo series for Marvel Now, the second volume, because I got her the first volume last year, and then I got her.
Oh, very
I
nice.
think I got her a second book thing, but I can't remember what it is right now. But yeah, that.
Very nice. Very. So does your mom like comics a little bit?
No, but last year I got everybody comic books because I was doing a theme, and I just kept
Yeah.
it going this year.
Oh, so did you get when is Black Panther coming along?
I gave my nephew Black Panther.
Okay.
Because he
Your
likes
mom will,
Deadpool, so I got him Deadpool and Black Panther.
I think your mom would like Black Panther.
She might.
I think so. Yeah, because the movie's coming out in February, so you'd want to you know, hey, this is the Black Panther. You might want to go see it. You might want to drive up to Wichita again and come see it with me in February. Aw, isn't that nice? That'd be nice. Tech, and I worry about you sometimes. You want to know why?
Yes, sure.
Because with all this political activist stuff and all the stuff I see on Twitter and all that you're retweeting, I have a bad feeling you're going off into the woods and getting a cabin and getting off the grid. And in your cabin, there's conspiracy theory put up against your wall with all these little strings attached, with Trump and Putin being right in the very middle. See, it's all connected. It's all connected. See.
If I could go out in the woods in the middle of nowhere, I would.
You would
But
absolutely.
not in the American woods, because that'd be like way creepy and scary, and I'd be like, I don't know about that. Canada woods, yes.
Hey, man, what are you doing out here in these woods? Yeah, yeah, I can understand. All right, well, that's fantastic. So that was Christmas for you, so what was New Year's like then?
New Year's, I was working, and I didn't get off until like close to midnight. So when I was driving home, I got to see fireworks, and then
Even hold on a sec. Even in the States on New Year's Eve, you still had to work till a certain time. They
Yeah.
didn't close at 6 or anything like that.
yeah,
That's ridiculous. See, up here in Canada, where we treat people nicely, I guess, we closed the store at 6 and everybody went home. And then, but you had to work all the way till like 11:30, and then drive home from there to see fireworks.
it was past 11:30. It was like almost midnight by the time I got
Really?
off, because I had to work late that day. And then I stopped at my apartment, and then I came to my grandparents' house, and then I was like, "Yay, Happy New Year, everybody!" Whatever.
And your grandparents are already half in the bag.
No.
Hey, Tekken. they're so in the bag they call you Tekken. Hey, Tekken. Woo, party. No, so that was how you spent New Year's.
Uh-huh.
And how many football games did you watch the next day?
I didn't watch any,
Wow.
or at least not any like full ones, because I was at work.
Wait, you're open on New Year's Day?
Yeah.
What is with
The
you?
only day we close is
Is
Christmas
Christmas.
Day. Yeah.
And even then, see, this is the best part. When I work in retail just like you. I work in the grocery business, kind of like you, and so I went in on my Thanksgiving, which is the true Thanksgiving, not your fake one, and so and so when I went in to do temp checks, There's so many people calling me. Like every 5 minutes, people say, "Are you guys open? Are you guys open?" No, it's Thanksgiving. Go eat freaking turkey. But yeah, we were closed on it's completely shut down. This country shuts down on New Year's Day, so we can just enjoy a day off. But you guys, I feel so bad because you guys, you work almost 363 days a year already, Tech, and this is just. That's tough. You need to have extra days off. Do you want me to talk to your boss for you?
No.
All right. So here's
something wrong with your mic? It's a bit like staticky.
You're staticky. This thing is like 50
well, it's
years
not
old.
staticky. It's just like it sounds like you're hitting it or something.
More than likely with my breath. All right. So I apologize if anybody doesn't like it, but I'm holding it. But I only have one ear holder, and I only have the mic, and I'm holding it with my hand against my ear so I can hear Tekken. So, well, you know why? Because I'm thrifty like Tekken. I don't want to spend a single cent if I don't need to.
Well,
And we only talk. There you go. We only talk like, once every 3 years. So it's like, why do I have to buy a headphone if I have to listen once every 3 years? That's how it is. All right. I don't even have speakers for my computer yet. That's how. I'm not spending money on that. I got spending money to spend on other things like anime and all that. Anyway, so my Christmas was nice. It was very good. Everybody was happy with their gifts that I gave them, and I got a beautiful, beautiful air guitar. It was so nice. It was autographed by wrestling legend Hiroshi Tanahashi. It's a very beautiful thing. So I was very happy with that. Air guitar. Anyway, so I'll see if they can piece it together. Anyway, so but for New Year's, we got off work. I got to work off work early, which was nice. I opened up at 7, and so we went to see Jumanji. The movie Jumanji with The Rock and all that. And I was pleasantly surprised by the movie. It was very good. And there's a part in it where they talked about, well, let's just be honest, male genitalia. and here in the theater, I'm sitting, and my 15-year-old daughter is sitting right beside me, and my wife is sitting on the other end. So we're bookending her, and she just starts giggling. Giggling. So I, of course, being the father, proceed to give her a sharp elbow to the side and say, "Don't you be laughing at that." Well, apparently doing that just makes her laugh even more. So she's laughing. She laughs for like 5 minutes over the whole thing. It's just ridiculous. So I said, "You're grounded as soon as you get home." So that's how it works. So we didn't get home until about 5 minutes to midnight, and then it was New Year's, and it was very good. And I too did not watch any bowl games because I'm Canadian. I don't have to watch that stuff. There you go. So already we found out that Tekken only watches a couple movies a year, not any good ones either. So that's fantastic. But you did actually. I shouldn't say that because you went and saw Star Wars: The Last Jedi. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I do stalk you a bit on Facebook. You went and saw that at 7 in the morning?
It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m.
Oh, much worse. Okay, sorry. Much worse. 2 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. in the morning. What the? So okay,
well,
so
there's no screenings where I could have seen it and then not been late to work, and I was like, well, and I can't I didn't get off at 11 o'clock at night, so it's there's not gonna be any playing at that time, so it's if I had to see it, I wanted to see it the opening weekend to not get it spoiled, so I was like, well, I gotta see it as whenever I can.
Okay, so it was released on, let's say, Friday. So what day did you see it?
I saw it Saturday morning at. Wait, I don't remember, dude. I'd have to look at the
so Friday night going into Saturday morning. So 2 a.m. Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many people were in there in the theater with you at 2 in the morning?
Not very many. It was not a full or half full theater.
Okay, I was worried because when you say 2 in the morning, you think maybe you and 3 other guys spattered all over spattered over the theater, and probably half of them are playing with a lightsaber.
It was December, so it was cold. So yeah, 2 a.m.
Yeah,
even colder.
2 a.m. only, but half full, so there's still people there. That's fantastic.
It wasn't half full. It was maybe a third. It was pretty. it was pretty roomy in the theater.
Oh, I'm sure it was with what they're doing to themselves. I'm a Jedi. I'm a Jedi. I'm a Jedi. Look at my lightsaber. And glow in the dark condoms. There you go. It's true. Anyways, Tekken. Hey, Tekken, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's your favorite color?
Favorite color what?
Favorite color?
Blue, white, and silver. I guess
Blue, white.
blue.
Oh, wow. There you go. So you're the Jedi color. That's good. Excellent. For your lightsaber. So and you watch this. You know what happened. Somebody in that theater was doing something bad to themselves watching that movie. You know it. The odds are forever in your favor, Tekken. That at 2:00 in the morning in the theater, somebody was doing something horrible to themselves. So there you go. Anyway, so you saw the movie. What was your initial reaction to it?
My initial reaction was, "Wow, that was really good." But then I kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it.
But that was the 2:00 you thinking this. So you're half sleep deprived, anyways.
But yeah, I kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. It's like, yeah, it was okay.
Okay. Now, why was it just okay?
Because all the plot lines from Force Awakens that you're like waiting with anticipation of like, oh man, I can't wait. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Just like completely off the cliff into Crapville. Just like what
that's what half of the people watching that movie at 2:00 in the morning were thinking. What are I gonna do? Anyway, what are I gonna do? You know it's true. Anyways, so did you like the portrayal of Luke Skywalker?
I thought it was fine. It was okay. It was okay.
Are you? Now I think we can spoil this now because it's now been what almost three weeks. Anybody who actually listens to this has probably watched it, so we can pretty much spoil it. So he bites the dust, right?
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Did you expect that?
I did. I knew there was a chance, but I was hoping that's not how it went down. So I was like, whatever. It's probably gonna. I mean, that being said, like the way it happened, I was like, okay, well that was at least different than like what I had in my brain, but still like somewhat annoyed because it's like, I mean, it's like in my brain, I'm like, well, did he know he was gonna like that was gonna be like the consequence of him doing the whole astral projection thing? Because then it's like, well, I'm gonna take one for the team here, but it's like, I mean, I guess it's like I'll sacrifice myself for the resistance, and my legend will live on because nobody knows I wasn't actually there. And I'll be forever alive, and I'm Force Ghost anyway, so they can always
Celestial juices.
Those were celestial juices.
That's
the milk he was drinking on the planet from that.
Oh my
thing.
god! Oh my! If there's one scene in that movie I could have been glad to skip, that scene would have been it. Where's the toy of those milking things coming out? Someone made a toy of those things with the vase so you can collect the milk. It's like, oh my god. Maybe that was the part where the boys in the theater were going, oh yeah, oh, look at all those nipples. Anyways, I think that was probably the part right there. Oh yeah, wasn't expecting this. There you go. So, see, I kept waiting for Princess Leia to die because, of course, we know that Carrie Fisher's passed away. So I was expecting her swan song to be this one, and maybe Luke in the next one, right? So we can. But this. So now, how do you portray Leia in the next one?
Well, I think they said something about her like principal shooting was already done for Episode 9. So we'll see.
Hey, I'll just walk through this door. See you later. Whole thing up. There you go. What happened? She blew up. There you go. Okay, bye. So, what did you think of Leia with her force powers?
I thought that was pretty lame because it's like it felt very get out of jail free card or like, we never say anything about this. We even had like a movie before this. We could have like mentioned it, and it's like we'll do it when it's convenient for us because we want to have the story go this way. And it's like, what? A, that, and then B, in the vacuum of space, nothing can survive. So it's like, what the F, man? That was like completely. I mean, sure, like, Star Wars is like fantasy anyway, but it's like in my brain when I'm watching something that's like sci-fi, if you like completely jump the shark into like fictional fantasy unicorn land of like that is not how that works. It's like my brain is just like it can't even. I was like, what the F, man? Like that's not how that works. Okay, that's just like everybody knows that. Or if you've like read a book on space, you kind of know that.
So when you see stuff like that, and because you're so you're so against it, does your brain just shut down for like 5 minutes?
No.
It's like you have to wait for the computer to reboot. It's like, that's too much. Nope, that's too, and then you just black out for 5 minutes and you wake up and back there. Nope, that does not compute. I'm out of here.
No, it's just like I was just taking like a mental note. It was like that strike one. So I was like, whatever, dude. That's one strike.
Yep. Not gonna say it. Anyways, that's good. So. And you wake up and all of a sudden some guys are getting close to you. What the hell are you doing? Get away from me. It's 2 a.m. Oh. Anyway, so overall, did you feel that this was is not as good as what you were hoping for? That's what you're saying.
Definitely, because like the more I thought about it, because I couldn't stop thinking about it, I was just like, this is. Yeah, it was like, easily not as good as I was hoping, because like I would say it wasn't, in my opinion, like as good as Force Awakens. So I was like, oh man, and I just marathon and binge watched like all the other movies. So I was like, in my brain, I had them all in my head going into this movie, and then it fell short, and I was like, whatever, dude, whatever.
Well, they build up the big bad in the movie, like for the last 2 movies, they build him up, and all of a sudden he's like dead, just like that. It's like, okay, that's different. And then it's like I didn't mind the movie. I thought it was one of those things that it just kept going. I kept thinking this was the final battle, and then the next thing was the final battle, and then all of a sudden they're on the planet. I'm thinking, oh, they're not going to go on the planet. They'll just tease it, and we'll see it in the next movie. And here they are on the planet fighting. It's like, what the heck? When's this movie over? It's like, this is giving me everything.
The pacing, I would say the pacing is definitely terrible, because like I watched it and I was like, there's so many things happening at the same time, and I was like, this doesn't seem to have like the same flow of any of the other movies. It's like they just went and did their own thing. It's like, whatever, we paid for $1 billion, we're gonna do what we want. Woo!
No,
have fun, Rian
it's
Johnson.
like,
woo!
I didn't mind it at all, because it's like they're just giving me more bang for my buck. I paid a certain amount of dollars, and I said okay. And all of a sudden, there's so much that they gave it. It's like
as I was watching, I was like thinking, or like when I was finished watching it, and like when I was thinking about it, like the more and more, because I was like my brain was just like, what the F did I just watch? Because I mean, at first I was like, yeah, but then I kept coming down from my high of like lower and lower and lower.
Oh, I understand now.
I was like, that doesn't seem like it's gonna be like very rewatchable, because it's like, you have everybody on that ship, and it's just like it keeps going back to the ship, and it's like there's all these other things. It's like, what happens to this? What happens to that? What happens to this? What happens to that? And it's just like it never like got to the point of like I felt satisfied with like all the answers and blah 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 I got, and then like the pacing and like the main focus of the thrust of like the main story was just like whatever.
Thrust is for sure. Anyways, especially in the theater. So when you went in the theater to watch the movie, how bad did it, since you're talking about high, how bad did it smell like dope?
It didn't smell like dope at all.
Okay. So there's a drug crisis in America here right now. All right, have you seen that firsthand?
I haven't, no.
No, like nobody comes waltzing into your store and they're jittery like a jitterbug?
No.
No, okay. I just want to make sure. You're my gateway to America. That's all I'm saying. So when tell me there's a crisis down there, the opium or crisis, or opioid crisis or whatever it's called. You're the guy I see to see how bad it is, because if it's affecting you, then I know in fact it truly is affecting America. So people touching themselves in the theater while watching Star Wars, if that's an epidemic, I need to hear it from you. I'll make sure we're Joe. Anyways, So you give it a solid 7 out of 10.
I wouldn't. I don't know what to score it. I'd say. I guess seven's fine. It's whatever, dude. It's okay.
Yeah, I think that's the way you're. That will find whatever dude is 7. I do believe it. 8 is it's not too bad. 9 is it could have been better, and 10 is 10 is like a perfect score, but there's still things have to get fixed up before I can really give it a good 11 out of 10. That's the tech. That's the tech. That's the Tekken score right there. Now, if I ever get anything 11, then that's dead on perfect. If I give it 10 out of 10, no, there's still some stuff that can be fixed on. Tekken still has to go one more higher than perfect. That's how it is to make him happy. So you didn't go see Thor Ragnarok or Ragnarok?
I just didn't get around to it.
You should. So this is what
I see it this week.
Yes, because eventually it'll be out sooner on Blu-ray or whatever. And I would, some take it from me, the lovely Canadian, buy the thing. I think you'll thoroughly enjoy it.
I've been buying all of them since I saw Winter Soldier. Well, not since Winter Soldier, but after Guardians, I've been buying them all. So
good. Well, this is well worth.
I bought the Cinematic Universe 1 collection and 2 because I wanted to catch up before Infinity War comes out. So
yeah,
be completely caught up because I hadn't seen Iron Man. Everybody keeps giving me crap about it.
Yes, and now you watch it go like, what the hell is these graphics? It's like 10 years old, and you're like, these graphics just suck. It's like it's 10 years ago. Tekken. You gotta give him a break here. So my question to you, I want you to put on the prophet hat, okay? Because you do that so well. Put on the prophet hat, and I want you to predict what's going to happen in Infinity War.
Ooh. Okay, so let's see.
Who dies?
Who dies?
Who dies?
I honestly don't know who's going to die. Because do we even know what the rating is right now?
Rating is everybody's going to see it, no matter what the what the rating is.
Or whatever.
It doesn't matter. They'll sneak their children in to go and see it. It'll be PG at the most. They won't go R.
Well, it's probably going to be PG-13. So it's like, I mean, they can kill people in that rating. It's just like it's not going to be like a very bloody, violent death. So
no.
I'm trying to think like who would die, but I don't know. It's like I don't think it's gonna be one of like the main 4, like Cap, Iron Man, Hulk, or I can't even think of the 4th person. Wow.
Iron Man.
I said Iron Man.
The one you haven't seen the first movie of. Yeah, that's the one you forget.
Iron
that's
Man,
good.
Cap, Hulk, or Thor. I don't think any of those 4 are gonna die because I just don't
You're
know.
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
And of them, if any of them die, it might just be Thor because they could do the whole he's in Valhalla and he's coming back or something. Or maybe they'll kill someone and then like they'll get rid of the gauntlet, find the life gem, resurrect them or something.
Yeah.
I guess it could be anybody. I'm not sure. Like I guess my money would be on Thor or Spider-Man, just because everybody loves Spider-Man. But everybody's sick of Spider-Man, so they'd be like, haha, he's dead, haha. But then they could do something like new and interesting if they brought him back.
Yeah, you didn't even see Spider-Man this year.
Because I am all Spider-Man out. If it's not superior, I don't give a F, because it's like that's the best Spider-Man storyline ever, and it's like never going to be matched. Okay, because that's not true. That's just my personal opinion. Until there's something better, because that was great. Just seeing him punch people and just like be super not good guy. All the time.
But you should watch. You should really watch the movie. You should.
I'll get around to it.
You have to buy the movie now because he's part of the universe.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
So you gotta suck it up. Suck it up, Buttercup. That's what you gotta buy that now. All right. Well, that's it for the movie portion of this. So I guess let's get into gaming because what time we got? Oh crap! We've been chatting away, aren't we? So gaming-wise, you have now proclaimed a big revelation of something that has swept the nation and has shocked everybody to its very core, even the presidency, because you're now affecting the gross domestic product here by saying you're not going to buy as many games as you usually do. Every time you say this, and it happens about once a year, we all laugh a little bit and go, "Oh, Tekken being Tekken." And then 2 weeks later he's buying 6 games. But this seems to be something that I feel for the very first time that you're actually taking seriously. What went down to make you finally say I'm not buying as many games?
Well, there's the end of the year sale on PSN, and there's like a ton of stuff like discounted heavily, and I bought a bunch of it, and I was like, wait a minute.
Are we laughing at you? Are we laughing at you yet? Was this before the proclamation or after the
This is
proclamation?
before,
Okay, good. Okay.
and I bought a bunch of stuff, and I was like, okay, that didn't cost a lot. It cost like as much as like maybe like 2 games or something, like full price, like 120 bucks, if not more, whatever. And I got like tons of games, tons of games for like that price. But I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
like I don't know when I'm gonna have the time to play these games, and then I'm already playing other stuff, so it's like I didn't need to do that. I could have saved some money there.
Were these games called Destiny?
No,
And so why the hell did you buy it then?
whatever.
You only buy Destiny games
And then I
and play.
and then
You only play Destiny.
That's not true. And then I was thinking about how like any game I get, usually like the last console generation, that's like something I've been really, really, really looking forward to. That's like, oh man, I got to play that day one and like get it and play it. Like I've a pretty good track record of like finishing games that are like the ones that I'm looking forward to. So it's like if I could just stick to those, like back when I had my like one game a month thing going, if I could just like stick to that, but like not have it be like one game a month, but just like whatever the game is that like I'm looking forward to, and like give that, play it, and then like I'm not wasting money because I'm not getting something and then like not playing it, and it just like sits there in my backlog and I don't play it. So it's like, you know.
And then Destiny came along and blew that all right out of the water because he played that 24/7.
I do not play that game 24.
How is Destiny 2 going on, by the way?
It's terrible.
Pardon?
It's terrible. They like tried to fix it, air quotes, and because you know it was okay. Here's the thing about Destiny 2 is like it was air quote better as far as like the grind and like the time commitment and just like the trying to get your character to max level. But then once you get to max level in the in game is terrible. And then like their new changes that they implemented with the recent patch was basically they made it like Destiny, too much like Destiny 1 in my opinion again, to where it's like all the pathways to either in-game content or to better gear up your character or to get better rewards or whatever is just back to the old Destiny 1 style of go play Crucible or go run strikes. And it's just like, what the F? Like that was why everybody was praising you before you did this, and now they do this other change and it's back to Destiny 1. Nobody wanted this, nobody asked for this, and it's terrible again. So it's like whatever, dude.
So how many years was between Destiny and Destiny 2? 2?
3, I think.
So in 3 years when
there's
3 comes out.
because they had the whatchamacallit, they had Taken King expansion for first year, then they had Rise of Iron, and then they had the Age of Triumph. So, well, no, I think that was in the same year, but whatever. That's like 2 or 3 years.
So when Destiny 3 comes out, first day buy?
No, I'm done. I'm off the board at this point. I mean,
Wait,
for
are
the
you
rest
still
of Destiny-
playing it right now?
First Destiny 2, like, until the next expansion, I mean, I'll play on Tuesdays with the raid team, but until the next expansion, I'm not going to bother playing it, like, heavily. And then once the expansion comes out, I'll play through that, and I'm done. And I'm not going to worry about, like, any of the new expansions, because that's just a waste of time. And then Destiny 3, I guess I'll check it out and see what's up. Maybe, but, like, or probably just to, like, carry over my character. But, like, by that time, they'll probably, like, discount all the other stuff, so it's like I might play it and then get caught up on the story. That being said, I think one of the quotes before the game came out was like, there's going to be so much story in Destiny 2 that you're going to be complaining there's too much story, and the story's not that great. So it's like, whatever, dude. Like, every bar of quality in Destiny 2 is just, like, a miss, because it's like they just, like, did not hit it on the quality mark. So it's like, whatever, dude.
So
like, with the exception of the gameplay. The gameplay is still good, but it's like everything else is still crap, so it's whatever, dude.
Do you have all the pieces of armor that you need? No?
I stopped caring about that crap, so no, I don't. Because I just like, that's the other thing is like they completely ruined the loot system in that game to where it's like I don't even care anymore. Like I am like a cracked out fiend when it comes to like Destiny, and like even I don't care about that crap anymore. It's like that's how bad it is. Like the armor used to have like specific perks to be like, okay, well, you're in the raid, it gives you this benefit, or you're in Crucible, it gives you this benefit. Whereas like now, everything is the effing same except for like visually. So it's like nothing matters. Essentially, nothing matters. It doesn't matter. Like so, it's like why would I bother to try to get this prestigious armor from this prestigious thing, besides to wearing like, oh, I did the raid, whoopie-doo, in the tower. I'm like, oh, look at me dancing around with my stupid emotes. It's like, whatever, dude. Or like whatever other garbage prestige activities in that game. So it's like, whatever, man.
Yeah. So, who do you think is going to be the gap person that gets you to buy Destiny 3? I'm thinking it's going to be a female. What do you think?
It's not gonna. I mean, I said I'm gonna probably get it, so it's like whatever. I mean, that being said, they said they have a 10-year plan, so it's like if we're at year 7 and Destiny 3 comes out, then I know I'm good because that's like the last one. And then like these first 10 years have been terrible, so it's like I'm not gonna like do that again. So it's like I'll be like, okay, well I was there for Destiny 1 through 3. My Guardians completed their journey. I'm done, and I'm off the whatever it's called.
The radar.
Off the wagon. So, or not.
So basically, do you think there'll be any kind of internet connection in the cabin that you're going to be staying in?
I would hope so.
There you go. Do you have Netflix?
Yeah, I do.
And have you watched anything from Netflix?
I watched Bright. I watched.
And what'd you think about that one?
I liked it. I thought it was neat.
Okay. A lot of critics didn't like it, but a lot of people did, so figure that out. Now, have you watched the Black Mirror?
Oh, I love Black Mirror. Black Mirror's my favorite. I actually did just binge that new season. That was yes. Black Mirror is my like favorite thing ever right now. It just like it never stops being awesome, and it's just like so good.
Isn't it a fascinating show? I just started watching it now, so I did the same as you. I binge watched the last season, and now I'm starting to catch in some of the older ones. But that's fantastic. Each story tells a different thing, and everything's all built up. It's just fantastic. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, and it was really cool. Like this season when they did the Black Museum, and it had a bunch of like artifacts or just like pieces of thingies from like other episodes, and it's like, oh, that's so cool that they did that. But then it burned down at the end. It's like, except for the teddy bear.
Exactly.
Monkey needs a hug.
Shut up. You get nothing. So, that's good. Have you watched Ash vs. Evil Dead on Netflix yet?
I have not.
It's worth it just to watch the first episode, I think, for you. I'll be the first to come out and say I don't think you'll like it, but just because I told you to watch it, you should watch at least the first episode. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
It's 30 minutes long. It's not going to take your life away. Just go watch it first 30 minutes and see if you like it, okay?
Okie dokie.
And you're going to report back to me on that, okay? I expect a text. Speaking of text, I also want to wish you a happy belated birthday. You are officially how old now? Wait, hold on. I know this. You are 33.
Yep.
There you go. Isn't that something? It didn't even show up on my Facebook. Usually on the birthdays thing. So did you take yourself off the radar there too?
No.
Are you in the cabin now?
Are you in the cabin now?
Because there's no notifications on your birthday, so all of a sudden I see all these other people saying "Happy birthday, Dragon." So either you blocked me, or somehow you've tricked Facebook not to acknowledge your birthday. So I like to know how that happened.
To, like one day I put up something that I shared and I like put it to friends only, and I think that might like messed a bunch of stuff up, and like it just kept it to friends only, even though I don't usually default to friends only. I usually default to public, but it's like whatever, dude. I'm not worried about it, so whatever.
Was it political?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Was it about how much you hate Destiny 2?
I don't remember what it was. No.
Okay. All right, good. So, are you going to spend any money buying the new Donald Trump book?
No.
The one that calls him... He's a subtle genius, you know. He's a stable genius. He's a stable genius.
Oh,
why did you guys vote him in?
Don't look at me. Hey,
like,
that's a whole other can of worms as far as like why, because to me 2016 is all about like, or the end anyway, because that was like the end of 2016 before the dark times of like, you know, that's why I was like, yeah, get out of here, man. I gotta get out of here because people care more about money than do other people. So I was like, F that crap.
Like, this is I don't Do you consider it a right place, right time thing for him? Is like that nobody wanted to go vote because basically the way American politics works for a lot of it is you have Republicans for like 8 years, then Democrats for 8 years, then Republican for 8 years, Democrats for 8 years, and all that, right? So now it's Republican time. So this crackpot goes and gets a shot at it, and he ends up winning it because he speaks to the American people.
I think okay. To keep from my personal opinion on the situation is that like if you look at the margin of error slash victory, I'll call it the margin of error because we made a mistake. But even though she won the popular vote, and then like we have the whole electoral college thing, but didn't save us, whatever. So that's like a whole other can of worms. Don't get me started. So it's like you have the whole like margin of error, and it's like okay, you have like Wisconsin, Michigan, and Ohio, like the three states that is like very very close, but you didn't win. So it's like to me, it's like you can go and say, oh, there's this one factor that is the main thing. It's like to me, it's like actually I think it's just like across the board, all the factors matter because it's like it's so close, it could be anything, and let's just say it's everything because it's like really that's like. That's to me the thing here is like you're overlooking you're trying to over analyze and it's like what's the one silver bullet here that we just didn't get and it's like actually it's probably all of them it's all the above all the above DNC just like get your house in order and like figure this out and then not be all abandoning rural people out in the middle of nowhere. Good
All right,
job.
so okay, so this coming November, there's a whole bunch of elections going on,
Yep.
and for a lot of people, the hope is that it all of a sudden turns into a big old Democrat kind of party, right?
Yeah.
So if he bombs, does that mean when it comes up for the nomination for Republican, they might go with Mitt Romney as their shot for being president?
Well, it's looking like the Republicans like might splinter anyway. So it's like I wouldn't be surprised if they did try to like run against him if he's not going or if he's going for re-election. So it's like
If he blows up dramatically, all right, like I mean dramatically, like just and the thing is, it's not dramatically because there's going to still be people who vote for Republicans no matter where you are in those southern states, but. Well, in the rural area, because there's a lot more rural area than there is city, right? City people are voting for Democrats. Rural areas are voting for Republican, right? So it's still going to be very, very tight no matter what. But do you see Mitt Romney, who is going to be looking to go for the Utah seat, more than likely, as a threat to Mr. Trump?
not
Because
really. 'Cause he already lost the presidency, so it's like I don't know why he'd want to try again.
oh, you don't know that.
So
So who?
to me, it's like it's so far off. Like if you're talking about the 2020 election, it's like it's so far
Yeah.
off. Like I don't even like know who's going to run from like the Democratic side. So it's like whatever.
Well,
dude.
that's my next question. Okay,
I mean
so I'm gonna
that being said, it's like to me, it's like I would say that the 2018 midterms would be an indicator. Like if it is like a super just like surging wave of like just Democrats winning seats. Like if that happens, then like sure, like anything could happen. But if it doesn't happen and it's like super close, then not so much because his base has just like got his back, like always. So it's like we'll see.
And the thing is, no matter if the Democrats get it, all of a sudden they start passing bills and all that, and net neutrality and all that kind of stuff. They turn that back, and all of a sudden Trump will just veto everything, right?
I mean, it's a possibility, but then like to me, it's like I'm already surprised that like it's not as bad as I thought it would be because like there's all these things that happened where it's like I thought like they just. Well, that's a whole other can of worms too, on like why that is not the case as far as like.
Okay, so I'm going to name you.
This but I can't pass legislation. No.
I'm going to name you 3 people.
Okay.
Who and I'm going to see if you think they have what it takes to be president. Okay, let's start with Joe Biden.
Well. I mean, if you want to talk about like who, like, I mean, if the person who's president is now, then anybody could be president. That's kind of like the whole
That's
theme, moral story here.
Trust me, we're going down that
yes,
path.
all of them. So,
No. I want your honest thing. All right, Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden, sure.
Oh, okay, Oprah Winfrey.
I'm against this whole populist, what's that word called? Celebrity thing going on about like, oh well, now that Trump's president, maybe The Rock should run, or some other blah 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 entertainer, blah 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 celebrity, blah blah blah. It's like, we should probably not do that?
But think of it. But think of the worldwide box office. He's loved by everybody.
Worldwide box office. What does that even mean?
Well, he's seen by everybody in the world. The Rock has. So when he comes to your country, he's already a major star. They'll say sure that or he's going to grab a rocket launcher and blow it all
that's
up
the problem,
by
though.
himself.
Politics isn't about stardom. It's about legislation and idealism and ideology and like your ideas and your beliefs and like what you would put into like the laws that you would make to rule the land or not rule the land, run the land and like have things like the laws and like what that would do and like policies and how that affects the people and like how you.
And the last one. And the last one, Tightwad Tekken.
No, I would never be president.
You don't. Anybody else can apparently, so can you?
But I would never want to be. That's the thing.
There you go. I think Oprah might have it because she's loved by everybody.
Are you sure about that?
I would think so.
To me, also, I think there's also like an asterisk here as like if there are no women candidates in the next election, that's a whole. That's like a get ready for a ride or something because yeah.
An African American female going for president.
I mean that makes sense, but it's like, to me, I would prefer if it was like someone that was like a politician that had like actually.
So Joe Biden.
In office and like
get Joe Biden in there. Everybody loves Joe. Why not? He's got a great name, great first name. Well, that's good. So, did you buy any comic books? Going back off to the comic books before we end this thing. Buy any comic books lately?
I haven't caught up on the current story, so I'm still behind on Saga. But I've been buying them.
You just haven't been reading them.
Yeah.
There you go. Have you picked up the Doomsday Clock yet?
I almost did because I was like, oh, that seems really cool, but then I didn't because I was like, that's
have you read?
I don't
Shut up. Did you? That's another patch of Destiny you could get with if you didn't spend money there, tightwad. No, but okay. So, did you read the original Watchmen? Yes, you did.
I did. It's one of my favorites.
So, I think you would thoroughly enjoy this. It's different, but it's different but the same. So, I think you'd absolutely enjoy it.
It's like even though it's like not by Alan Moore, it's like I like it's like that's always like a question like people have. It's like what happens after stuff goes down. And it's like, oh,
yeah.
There's a continuation. Cool. Because I read the preview panels on Comixology, and I was like, oh, I kind of buy this. But it was like $5, and I was like, whoa.
Well, that's only because
like one of the, like super awesome to be $5. I mean, on paper, this is a cool concept, but
then just wait for the collected issues, then that'll be fine. Because it's good. It's setting up. I picked up the first two.
I don't see written by Charles Soule on the front, or Hickman,
Thank
or
you.
Remender,
You're very
or
nice.
one of my other favorite writers. It's like
Charles Soule.
And then I saw he's writing an X-Men book right now. I was like, oh, I got to read this, so I got to get.
I like to state for a fact that Charles Soule. I got you hooked on Charles Soule. I think I did.
You probably did.
Nobody.
He was writing Thunderbolts, and it got better. And I was like, wow, this got like way better.
Exactly.
And it was
Thank
funny.
you.
It's like,
Yes.
hey, Deadpool's actually funny now, unlike the way he's supposed to be, unlike the way he was before.
Exactly. Thank you.
And
yes,
then they
indeed. So
ruined
you're welcome.
Finish the ending because yeah, whatever.
And you hear that Bendis is coming to DC.
I did not hear that.
Yes, he
Oh,
signed his
Marvel.
deal. He's leaving Marvel. He wrote all the characters. He's done. DC offered him better money, so he's gone over there and ruin everything. So it's good.
Hey,
I
liked
shouldn't
his
say that.
Uncanny. That was great. That was a fun time.
Yeah. You're the only one. That's good. Yeah, let's change things for the sake of change. Okay, that's good. Other than that, those are the first books pretty much that I have bought in the 3 years since I sold my comic book collection. Was the Doomsday Clock? So it's interesting. It's interesting to go back to the old comic book store because they still remember me. Hey Joe, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Are you back? I said nope. Just here to pick up these ones just to see read the story because it's interesting. So okay, so I think you'll enjoy it. I really truly do.
So you haven't read Secret Wars?
Seahorse? No.
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars? No.
Oh. I thought you were reading some of it. Did you not finish it?
No.
Oh. So I heard.
Wait, which
really good
Secret
towards the
Wars?
end. The one that just happened where they like reset Marvel Universe.
Oh no. No, I've learned now. When you step away from it, you realize they reset it every year. So there's a lot of like even the DC stuff. I keep an eye on it, but it's not something that okay, this is happening. Okay, well whatever. We'll see what happens at the end, and if it's people are gushing about it, then it's fine. But no, that's all right. I did buy myself two figures, busts, if you will, of Hawk and Dove, my favorite characters, over the Christmas time. That was my treat to myself. I put it right beside my air guitar that I got from my wife. That was very nice. And yeah, there was a discount sale on the figures on the bus, so they're actually like little statues, and they're like the bust kind, and so they're like 25, and there's 20% off, and they're $30 each. So I was like, sweet, and I got a great deal. I've been looking at those busts for like 5 years in the same store, and nobody else is picking them up, and so they started at $60 a piece. I said no, I can't pay $120 for both. And then they dropped the price down to 30. I'm going, well, $60, that's not too bad, but no. And then the Boxing Day deal came and it was like 20% off that. I went, okay, I got to give it a shot. So I picked them up. So I'm very happy. I got my favorite team now in my home. So that's good.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Marvel getting the rights from Fox to make movies and stuff, or buying
But
Fox movies or whatever.
oh, very good. So what do you think is going to happen?
I think they're going to push a giant reset button and then fix it all up and have all the children under one roof now.
So is this at the end of Infinity War?
I don't know, because they
All of a
already
sudden
had
the
like, all
finger
these other
gets
things
snapped.
planned, so it's like maybe, because this is like the first major story arc, so I think once that's wrapped up, they might, since they can just do whatever because they have Disney money, so maybe.
See, I don't know if people will accept a new Iron Man.
I
I
mean,
don't
I'm
know if
not saying
people.
they have to like have new people portray the actors or whatever.
Well,
Like,
thing is, there's going to be people who are going to be not coming back.
just the other
So
thing is like it's like it's like I hope they just give Hugh Jackman a ton of money to have him be Wolverine because I can't see anybody else being Wolverine. So it's like,
that's why you got to go old man Logan. You can go from there.
and then also it's like will we have any more R-rated comic book hero movies like Deadpool, or is that the last one? Because Disney is
Hmm.
like children.
I think they would. No, I think they'll keep Deadpool as a rated R just to have that kind of salty take on superheroes, right? So. And the thing is, it made so much money that Disney sees that there's a draw for that, right? So if they give one superhero to the R rating, then let it be Deadpool, and then just keep all the rest PG, and then have Deadpool show up, do a little surprise appearance in one of the movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that wouldn't surprise anybody. I think it'd be a nice little tip of the hat.
Well, there's like all the Netflix stuff too.
Or you can even have Deadpool in the PG stuff, and then just have his move just appear, and all that on X Teams or X Force or whatever you want to call it, and then have him on a solo movie be the R-rated one, right? So you can put enough of a filter on him, I'm thinking, to make it work. So I think this is a good step forward, and hopefully a even better Fantastic Four movie. 15th tries the charm. Anyway, man, is this it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, it was lovely to talk to you as always. You are one of my favorites. You know that.
Yep. Good talking to you too.
Now do you sign off? Because then we talk about all the women you've been banging. But we do that off recording because it would take like 50 minutes on its own.
So yeah, that is it for Comic Book Talks. Until you see or hear from us again, we're now
6 months.
signing off.